Do you feel like that's your natural energy is really being tapped into your feminine and submissive? Is that something that you kind of always been on that side? Because
No,
someone. Okay.
I just got there.
Okay.
I would.
Okay.
No, I just probably, like I said, in the last probably good 3 or 4 years. I would say consistently, probably in the last two. Because although I wasn't, in relationships that I've had and in my marriage that I had, I wasn't, perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there definitely were some things that I needed to work on as I've, gone through this healing journey, but also, and but just had this conversation, about like one of my ex-husband being able to say, like, there were some things that he did that kind of then caused me to react the way that I did. Right. So then it doesn't make either one of us right. But then you learn and you go through that process. So I tell, when I'm working with clients about, like, marriage is hard. Marriage is like a job. You got to work at it every day.
Yeah, because that's a lifetime commitment.
It is it should be a lifetime.
Yeah, that's
commitment.
what it's supposed to be. Yeah.
It's supposed to be a lifetime commitment, but you also have to be willing to do the work so that it can be a lifetime.
Yeah, like you gotta
commitment.
want to do it.
And both people have to be willing to do that work at the same time. I was watching Michelle Obama, and she was saying how she
I just heard about that.
Was upset with Barack for 10 years and all this other stuff. But the point she made was, like, you really do, and I agree, like, you still gotta like the person. Right?
Yeah, that's what she said. She was like, 20 years was great, but 10 years I didn't like him. That's man. Yeah, I'm glad that was a good transition. I like how you did that. But yeah, like, what did that say to you when she said that statement, to be with somebody for 10 years in marriage? I mean, it's possible, but to go through that, like, what does that feel like?
I feel like I definitely experienced sometimes. I think for me it was like my ex not being willing to have conversation. Right? When I'm like, let's go to counseling, like when you talk to somebody, I ain't going to no counseling. Ain't nobody gonna tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, so
okay.
That mentality. Yeah.
So then for me, because then people think, oh, well, she a therapist. Like, well, you can't. They call it, you can't therapize your own
situation,
your mate, your family, you know what I'm saying, your situation. So
you got to get outside, non-biased. Support.
Yeah, because because if I'm in it, how I'm thinking about it is going to be emotional. It's going to be heart driven. It's, what I'm saying?
Bias and all of that. Yeah.
It's going to be biased. So you need an outside person to come in and say, here are some tools. The love language.
Yeah.
Like, that's a real thing. And that's in friendship, relationships, workships. We need to know how people are receiving what we're offering to them.
Yeah.
Right? Because you could be like, well, I took out the garbage and I can take the garbage out.
Yeah.
You think you're doing something when the other person is like,
no, it's more than that.
I need you to, come and do X, Y, and Z or whatever.
And support
the other
in this way. Be. Yeah.
Right. So being able to understand those languages and, mirror that for one another.